Put on the glasses.
Okay.
Tonight, the Final Call Movie Review Show. They live. What's happening, y'all? Welcome to the Final Call Movie Review Show. I am J-Dub.
And I'm Mason.
And tonight we are reviewing They Live from 1988, directed by John Carpenter and starring Roddy Piper and Keith David. Roddy Piper plays a drifter, just going from town to town, trying to make a living. Life in the mid-80s, life today. Stumbles upon a construction job, takes that. Stumbles upon a soup kitchen shanty town that he's introduced by his now new co-worker, and I guess you could call a friend, Keith David. And everybody's sitting around watching these TV screens, and every once in a while this dude pops up, warning about the dangers of how everybody's being manipulated and how the beams are affecting people's brains.
He's the pirate signal.
Yeah. And every time this comes on, people start complaining of these headaches and blah, 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 what have you. So on and so forth, Roddy Piper stumbles upon this church. There's a chorus. There's a choir singing in it all day long, even into the night. Well, it turns out there's no choir in this church. It's just the front. It's a tape playing. They raid the people, the cops, they come to raid the church. But Roddy Piper finds a box of these sunglasses. Goes to try a pair of these on. Sometimes I just gotta make sure, man. These sunglasses, not ordinary sunglasses. They make you see things. Some humans are not actually humans. They're actually humanoid aliens. They've been sent here to control us. They want us to obey and consume and buy shit and all types of crazy stuff like that. Not only that, these glasses also allow you to, when you look at billboards, you see, happy little kids eating McDonald's and shit, but you put these glasses on, it says consume. This subliminal messaging. And if you really think about it, it's all about an interpretation of how the media just kind of pushes stuff on you, and you don't even really think about it. You're just sitting there, you know what, I could really go for a Big Mac right now or something. Where the hell that come from? Not like I seen a McDonald's commercial anytime recently or anything. Yet I digress. This film came out in '88. It's one of John Carpenter's lesser-known films, but in my opinion, one of his better films.
It's definitely a super great film. Roddy Piper, you would think, pro wrestler, shitty movie,
Especially mid-'80s pro wrestling. That was notorious for shitty movies.
But it's a John Carpenter movie, and it's a good John Carpenter movie. And, it's got such a relevant storyline. It's nice. It's like, well, if you're going to put all this subliminal advertising out, I'm going to put out a subliminal movie that's real blatant and flaunting of how, controlled as a society we are. And it's really on point. It's a really fun movie. It takes the subject matter that's a heavy subject matter and makes light of it in a really fun, almost slapstick way with its level of violence. It's so over the top, but it really works well for it. And it's a really fun movie.
It's worth mentioning, if you haven't heard about it, you've probably seen spoofs of it on numerous TV shows and in numerous movies, but this is the movie that has the epic 5.5 minute battle between Roddy Piper and Keith David as he tries to get him to, what did you say earlier?
Put on the glasses and change his perception, which he subliminally knows is going to mess up his perception. He doesn't want to deal with it.
Can't break his happy bubble.
That's why he fights so hard to put on the glasses. It's an interesting scene and an interesting technique. It's kind of like, you sort of feel like, oh, this is just professional wrestler working in his professional wrestling gimmick. But it's not really what it is, because although I guess it kind of is, because Roddy Piper is a pro wrestler, go out, throw the hands, but he didn't really...
He did hit him with the suplex.
He didn't really do any sort of other crazy stuff, but he did suplex him at one point. But, it's not like when, Hogan played a pro wrestler in one of his movies. The Rock does the rock bottom in some of his movies. Like, it's nothing like that.
It's nothing like, oh, this is Roddy Piper on screen. No, it's Roddy Piper actually acting superbly, I may say.
No, it's really, it fits them well. They do it well.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the way our eyes look right now. This is so awesome. So on a scale from 1 to 100, what do you give this movie?
I can comfortably give They Live. It's going to sound high, but I'm sticking with 78.
I was thinking about going 80, actually. I think it's really pretty awesome. It's one of those ones, if you, accept it for what it is, don't expect reality. It's not a Daniel Day-Lewis movie, but it's kind of reality, It's its own take, and it's a blast. But
on that note, you couldn't put Daniel Day-Lewis in this movie. It's not made for him.
I'd love to see the movie that is made for him with this plot line, though. But
put on the glasses.
As I said, I think you should see They Live any way you can, and I'm sure John agrees.
Absolutely. And that's not wrestling bias talking at all. This is, you gotta see it.
Yes, ignore the Hot Rod shirt. But
no product placement.
Thank you.
Rest in peace, brother.
Thank you. Yes, amen. Thank you so much for watching the Final Call movie review show. If you've liked what you've seen, give us a like, give us a follow, let's get a subscription. Check us out on YouTube and Facebook. Check out the Instagram page. And give us a comment or two. Let us know what you think, what you like, what you don't like. And remember, if you're at the movie theater, shh.
And enjoy.